Let me first start off this video that I know that Justin Brownlee is currently our naturalized player and was included of course in Tim Cohn's 12-man lineup that's going to be competing in this year's FIBA Asia qualifiers. Pero kailangan rin natin maintindihan lahat na 35 years old na si Magic Brownlee. He is currently at the tail end of his career and there will come a time that his age will take a toll already on how he plays, also known as father time. Therefore, kailangan na natin mag-isip ng possible replacement that will be with our team for years to come. So enter Benny Boatwright. After the finals is all said and done, he will most likely play a total of 12 to 14 games, pero siguro naman nakita na natin yung anong klaseng skill set meron siya at ano mabibigay niya sa ating national team. So sa video na to, I'll be giving 3 reasons why the Philippines should go all in kay Benny Boatwright. First reason, height and skill set is perfect for the national team. At 6'9" or 6'10" with shoes, Benny should be a shoe-in for the starting power forward spot when it comes to Gilas Pilipinas. In a team where 3-point shooting is sorely lacking, him being inserted into the lineup gives our players a lot of floor spacing and an automatic knockdown shooter kahit may defender pa na nasa harap niya. In the games he played in the PBA, he averaged 34.6 points, 12.2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, shot 50% from the field, made 40% of his shots from downtown in 13 attempts per game, which is a lot. Sobra daming attempts niyan in a game, and him being the #1 priority sa scouting report ng kalaban, dun mo lang ma-realize na we have a special player right in our hands. Hindi niya masyado magagawa to sa international games, pero maganda rin makita na Boatwright has a few moves na magiging effective siya sa post. When needed or kapag may mismatch, it looks like he can bully down his defender and be able to score the quick bucket. Now let's take a look at some footage on what really makes him special, his shooting. Sa quarterfinals against Rain or Shine, si Keith Dato yung buhabantay sa kanya dito. Pero sabi niya, no problem, let me just take a few dribbles, then pull up for 3. Swish. Ito, isa pa. Simple top of the key pick and roll action with Terence Romeo. Keith Dato made the rookie mistake of being too far from the man they call Beer Benny Buckets. Na-screen siya dito ni Mo Tautua and then bang, another 3 ball. One more or 2 more times to showcase how much space he creates. Yung layo ng tres niya is pang NBA 3-point line. Ngayon isipin nyo na yung FIBA 3-point line is shorter. All the more na yung mga teammates niya magbe-benefit talaga sa amount of space that he opens up for everybody. Since our Gilas Pilipinas coach will be led by Tim Cohn, we'll be seeing a lot of variations from the triangle in order to maximize the players we have right now. Sa play na to, Junmar is at the post. Okay, imagine nyo rin if this was Kai Soto, who is a really underrated passer. Feel ko makikita yun ng variations ng plays na parang ganito kasi dahil deadly 3-pointer shooter nga si Benny, the defense will at times overcommit to him, like again how Keith Dato is here. Sorry to Keith Dato, yung naging example dito. Great job by Marshall Lassiter on the screen here, which allowed Benny to slip from the back and take advantage of the wide open dunk. Again, with this height, it's going to be hard for opposing players to stop him when there's momentum. Ngayon, magkakaroon rin ng mga instances na magkaka-broken plays tayo and we will have to resort to doing a one-on-one scenario. Hindi rin yung problema para kay Boatwright. At his height, this turnaround fadeaway jumper is such a cheat code. Si Jordan Clarkson, nakikita natin niya na ginagawa to at regularity, especially being an NBA player, and especially when he played for Gilas in the World Cup. But now imagine that in a forward's body. Di ko sinasabi na dapat gawin natin to lagi dahil post-ups are not that effective in the international game, pero pinapakita ko lang na hindi one-dimensional talent si Benny Boatwright and can contribute in a lot of ways for Team Philippines. Second reason, Boatwright's playstyle fits well with our pool of players. Okay, let's take a look again at our pool. For our guards, we have Scotty Thompson, CJ Perez, Dwight Ramos, and Chris Newsome. Forwards, Calvin Oftana, Jamie Malonzo, Kevin Kiambao, Carl Tamayo, Justin Brownlee, and for the bigs, Kai Soto, Junmar Fajardo, and AJ Edu. Looking at our roster, maganda yung mix ng isa't isa. Let's try to put them into categories para mas maintindihan pa natin yung team dynamics. So for the playmakers, pwede natin ilagay dyan si Scotty and Kevin Kiambao. Perimeter defensive wings, Chris Newsome and Jamie Malonzo. Go-to scorers, Justin Brownlee, who will be replaced by Benny Boatwright here one day. Or if tournaments na Justin Brownlee is injured or whatever, CJ Perez and Dwight Ramos. Knockdown shooters, only Calvin Oftana. As of now, all-around bigs are Kai, Junmar, and AJ Edu. It's very obvious looking at our lineup that we still lack shooters from the outside. Sa international basketball, it has been proven that you need ball movement, quick decision-making in order to find the open man, and steady shooting from the 3-point line. In the 2023 World Cup that we hosted, the Philippines ranked 26th out of the 32 teams that competed in the tournament pagdating sa tres. For assists, it's even worse. Tayo yung pinakahuli sa kategory na to. 32nd ranked team with only 16 assists per game. For context, the top 3 were Spain with 27.8 assists per game, Finland with 24.6, and Latvia with 24.4, who actually shocked a lot of people considering that their only NBA talent that played a lot of minutes was Davis Bertans. The rest talaga is just relying on your teammates and crisp ball movement. Pwede nyo check yung highlights ng Latvia on YouTube. And that's not to blame the coaching, okay? Yung point ko lang is during that time, masyado tayo maraming ball-dominant guards. More specifically, our team being built around Jordan Clarkson and the dribble drive offense, which relies on a lot of, action from our guards. Dahil sa lack of time to prepare, we had no choice but to give the ball to Clarkson and get out of his way since scorer siya, and we're trying to make the most out of the remaining time left pagdating sa practices nung World Cup. Pero since nakita nyo yung style of play ni Benny Buckets, hindi matagal yung bola sa kamay niya. It's either he shoots it because he's open from 3 or keeps the ball moving. He's not a heavy isolation player, but rather a star role player that knows when to assert himself in the game. That's what we need for the new identity of our team. That's the kind of naturalized import that will fit perfectly with what Coach Tim is trying to build. Third reason, his age is within the timeline of Coach Tim's Gilas plan. Based dun sa mga article na nirelease ng Tiebreaker Times or other publications out there, it was stated that Coach Tim Cone has 4 years to turn this program around. Looking at the ever-reliable Google, it says that Boatwright is currently 27 years old. In 4 years, he'll be 31 years old. For me, I believe that he's still a relatively young age to be able to compete at a high level both in the international ranks and whatever league he chooses to join whenever he's not with the PBA. Si Idol Justin naman will be 39 years old by then, by the time tapos na yung whole coaching commitment ni Coach Tim Cone. At that age, karamihan na sa players ay nagre-retire or at the very least, we see their production go down because of father time. Bago ginawa ko tong video na to, may mga nakikita na ako at naririnig na there's a chance we can have Boatwright naturalized. If that happens, we can have at least 3.5 years to work with him into the rotation to be able to learn from Justin Brownlee and the coaching staff and familiarize himself with his Gilas Pilipinas teammates. Pagdating naman kay Jordan Clarkson, unpopular opinion, pero I think we can start forgetting bringing him into the national team, especially if 2 to 3 weeks lang siya nakaka-ensayo. Our team is not that talented to bring in someone and hope that they can magically fit with what we're trying to run. The concepts of the triangle offense is hard to master. I'm sure sina Coach Tim Cone realized that when he said that he wants to keep the pool of players as small as possible so that it would be easier to manage, faster for the players to get familiarized with each other and grow together one tournament at a time. That's why SBP, let's get Benny Boatwright ASAP and kickstart a new age of Philippine basketball.